Hello everybody, hope everybody's doing well. This video, most recent message received, my number 1324 from July 8th. It's actually very short, just 2 page. It's kind of like a love letter, kind of sorta. That's signed Peter slash Peter. I'm not sure. It's to an Imelda. Was Peter one of my lives previous? Speaking out to an Imelda from that life, or Peter, who was one of the spirits around me, comrade from a previous life who's here, but then I'm thinking, well, he's from the light. He wouldn't need to communicate to me through a letter to her. There's already in communication. They're connected, from being in light. So I'm not sure. So I just post it because I post everything, and you get from it what you get from it. It's a lovely letter. Tells about the story a little bit. To the shores of the departed I stood, upon the edge of sainted wood. So I'm not just speaking sounds spiritual place or physical place. I'm not sure. To the shores of the departed I stood. Those who passed away on the borderline of death, or just passed away, or those who departed on a journey. I'm not sure. Upon the edge of sainted wood. It could be wood in heaven, or a special place here on the earth. Not sure. So to the shores of the departed wood I stood. To the shores of the departed I stood, upon the edge of sainted wood. Sword in hand, I called your name. No more could I lay claim. No more could I lay claim to her, but I called her name, standing on that shore. Sailed away to distant shore, my love for you no longer bore. So she sailed away to distant shore. My love for her I no longer bore. Something happened, come between us. Goes on to say, poisoned lips turned thee aside. Believed not me, but those who lied. So somebody poisoned her to me, and for that reason I was not bearing love for her anymore. Something, the lies of others came between us. She believed them, not me. Pain lay hidden for so long a time, till I climbed out of the slime. Free of the burden I took to heart, kept us too long far apart. So I kept the pain that lay hidden for so long time, so I climbed out of the slime, which we're talking about spiritual. So I left this world, where I was free of the burden that I took to heart, but it kept us too long far apart. But it sounds like it's speaking of having passed from this world into the light. Those who deceived have passed away. Upon the shore I stood again that day. So maybe this line is not, or maybe it was in the next life, or maybe it was physical slime, the emotional and spiritual slime that we put ourselves in by holding things inside. So, but either way, I was again upon this shore. Again, I stood again that day. Returned to me a love long parted. My deepest heart then restarted. So those who were deceived had passed away. I was receiving her on that shore. So standing on that shore, a love had returned to me, that had long parted, had left me. My deepest heart then restarted. My joy, my love, returned to me. Two is one, forever free. So she had returned to me, to this Peter. Jacob, Jakob, a name we both knew well, for what he'd done, resides in hell. So somebody did something bad, come between us. Waits salvation, God shall grant. If one called, he does recant. So he can be saved when God grants it, calls him. And when he does call him, he does recant or repent. that they'll be saved. Otherwise, no. Imelda, Imelda, love, will join again. So this Imelda is the woman's name. Once I am free of life, and then. Okay, so she's now in the light. And so it's either Peter, who's been separated, has been with her, or Peter, being in Peter's life, me being here again, not sure. So Imelda, love, will join again once I am free of life, and then within the light with all the others, brothers, sisters, fathers, mothers. Tasks I have as yet to do, I know from where you doth view, with those I've loved along the way, some with me, some there stay. So that's what points me towards it being me in the previous life. Because tasks I get to do, um, I know where she doth view, which is the light, with those I've loved along the way, my long journey, some with me and some there stay. That's pointing towards my soul. Gaze down upon this earthen land, protected by God's almighty hand. Be at peace with all those I love, in God's heavenly light far above. So that's what points to. I mean, it still could be Peter because he may have been separated because of things he's had to do. I don't know. So, but either way, it's a lovely little uh, letter to her. So, again, I always like to share everything, and what you get from it, you get from it. Hope everybody's staying healthy, safe, wearing masks, social distancing, all you need to do. Quarantine, self-quarantine, don't feel good, feel safe. Do what you need to feel safe. I hope that everybody watches this, reads these, does behave safely and responsibly in consideration of what others may not be doing, protecting others if not yourself. So, and pray for everybody who is passing, that they have no difficulty being harvested up into the light, and pray for those who left behind who are acting foolishly. They'll open up their heads and start to think more clearly. So stay safe. Peace of Christ. God bless.